Jenny from Just Being Me, and you're listening to the Learning to Love Yourself podcast, the show that inspires you to put yourself first.
Learning to love yourself on the path to happiness. Learning to love yourself on the path to happiness.
My very first book, Just Being You, is out soon. It's a guide for anyone who's tired of people-pleasing, second-guessing themselves, or feeling like they just don't matter. Inside, I share the tools and shifts that help me rebuild my self-belief. Because when you shift your self-belief, well, that shifts everything. If you want to know when it's coming out, I'll drop a link below and you'll be the first to know. Energy and how it shapes your life. I'm Jenny Field, self-belief mindset coach, because self-belief, well, it shifts everything. Energy is one of those words that we just throw around without really stopping to think about what it actually means. I've got no energy. They drained me of energy. That place has bad energy. But here's the thing, your energy is more than tiredness or motivation. It's the essence of how you show up in the world. It's the invisible frequency that other people pick up on before you even open your mouth. And it has the power to either expand your life or shrink it. For years, I lived in survival mode without even realizing it. On the outside, I was functioning, supporting others, holding it all together. Because that's what you do, right? Everyone else seemed to manage, and I didn't want to appear as if I couldn't. But on the inside, I was exhausted. My energy was scattered, and it was no surprise that I kept attracting the wrong situations and people. Because the energy that you carry and share to the world is the energy that you also call in. And trust me, I was carrying an awful lot of negative energy. But the good news was that once I noticed my energy and learned how to shift it, everything began to feel different. I use an energetics framework called the Four Quadrants of Energy when I'm working with my clients. It brings clarity to what's going on beneath the surface. Just think of it as a map that shows you where your energy is sitting right now. So if you think that you're in one of the quadrants and it's called low feminine, you're people-pleasing, saying yes when you mean no. You hide your needs because you're terrified of rejection. You give your power away to others and then feel drained, tired and resentful. You compare yourself, slip into imposter syndrome and often put on the mask of Superwoman whilst inside you're crumbling. And that's where I used to sit. And then you have low masculine. And here's where your energy feels forceful. You push to prove yourself. You may become controlling, overbearing, or snappy because you're running on fear. It might show up as money panic, desperate action taking, or blaming others when things don't work out. It's a place of pressure, not presence. In the third quadrant is the high feminine. And this is the energy of trust and joy. You feel free, expansive and in flow. You know how to enjoy the moment. You accept compliments and you allow yourself to feel good without guilt. People want to be around you because your energy feels light and nourishing. And the last quadrant is high masculine. This is where purpose lives. You're clear, decisive and forward-facing. You're not pushing, you're creating. You act with intention and follow through. This energy is strong energy. It's rooted and powerful, but not overpowering. It's leadership at its best. The goal isn't to sit in any one box all the time. It's to notice where you are and create balance between the being and the doing, the feminine and the masculine. When those are integrated, you move from a place of love rather than ego. So why does your energy matter? Think about the last time someone walked into a room angry. You didn't need to be told, you felt it. That's energy. Now think of a time when you were around someone calm, centered and grounded. Without trying, they made you feel safer, lighter and more at ease. That's energy too. And your energy impacts everything. Your family life, the way people respond to you at work, the opportunities that show up or don't, the quality of your relationships, and most importantly, how you experience yourself. If you're constantly in low energy, you'll find yourself stuck in repeating cycles, snapping at people you love, saying yes when you mean no, or burning out because you're overdoing everything. When you shift into high energy, life flows. You'll notice that you attract better people, make clearer decisions, and feel much more like yourself. Awareness is always the first step. So ask yourself, am I repelling connection because I'm in people-pleasing mode? Always bending myself to keep others happy? Am I pushing people away because I'm trying too hard or forcing outcomes? Am I letting things feel lighter, or am I making things harder than it needs to be? And where am I leaking energy by abandoning myself? Write these questions down. Sit with them for a while. Be honest with yourself. When you can see where you are, you can choose where you want to be. Energy doesn't shift because you wish it would. It shifts because you take action. Ground yourself. If you're anxious or overwhelmed, stop and breathe. Put your feet on the floor, step outside, feel the air on your skin. Hug a tree. Honestly, it works. Even just touching it for a while will do the job. Grounding tells your nervous system that you are safe. Move your body. Energy gets stuck when you sit still in stress. Dance around the kitchen, shake out your arms, go for a walk, or do a few stretches. It changes how you feel instantly. Check what you're thinking. Notice the story you're telling yourself. Are you feeding yourself with, I'm not enough, this always goes wrong for me, or I can't cope? Because those thoughts keep you in low energy. Start replacing them with gentler, truer words. If you won't say it to anybody else, don't say it to you. Balance your being and doing. If you're burnt out, add moments of stillness. If you're stuck in stillness, take one small action. Energy shifts with balance. Quick fixes are useful. They're useful in the moment. But sustainable energy shifts come from deeper work. And this means setting boundaries so you stop leaking energy into places that just don't serve you anymore. Building self-belief so you can trust your decisions instead of doubting yourself in exhaustion. Taking responsibility for your actions so you're not stuck in a cycle of blaming or rescuing others. Reprogramming limiting beliefs that keep pulling you back into survival mode. Now, this is the work that I do with my clients, because when you change your inner energy, your outer world can't help but to shift too. Here's the connection that most people miss. Your energy is tied directly to your self-belief. When you doubt yourself, your energy contracts. When you believe in yourself, your energy expands. People feel that. You feel that. And the ripple effect is huge. That's why working on your energy isn't just about feeling better. It's about reclaiming your power. It's about shifting out of patterns of fear and into patterns of love. So pause for a moment. Ask yourself, what energy am I living in right now? Is this the energy I want to keep carrying forward? Or is it time to shift? Your energy isn't fixed. You can reclaim it. You can shift it. And when you do, everything changes. And change begins when you start to say yes to yourself. Thanks for listening today. If you'd like to know more, you can find all the links down below. Oh, and don't forget to press subscribe so you can catch the next one. See you soon.